I'm Mary.
And hi, I'm Keith. And this is Lily.
Together we moved onto Good Heart Acres, our property located in the high desert of southern Colorado, just outside of a small town called Wilsonburg.
We now live in a camper as we begin to homestead this 40-acre tract and begin to prepare for and build our unconventional housing. Welcome to our good adventure. Glad you are here. Well, let's start at the beginning. I thought I was going to have a simple week this week. I was going in, I was pretty excited. I've had some problems with my dentures, and I was pretty excited about the fact that I was going in and going to get them fixed. So I went in and they had to pull a couple chips that had been in for many years. They should have been taken out when they pulled my teeth. And then they took my dentures to redo them, and I thought that was the end of my week. I thought I'd be 2 to 3 days and I'd have teeth in it. And lo and behold, they needed them for 10 days. They're doing a major overhaul on them. Well, that doesn't sound real bad, but I wasn't looking forward to being toothless for that many days. So that changed my diet. Not necessarily for good or bad, just changed the type of things I could eat. Well, that's not too bad. 2 days later, we were getting ready to button up some stuff for the winter, and I had to trim a board. And instead of trimming the board, I trimmed my hand. Well, Tuesday of this week, on the 11th month, on the 11th day, I will have one of my fingers amputated. And that will change my entire life.
Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon.
Well, anyway, hello.
Yeah. We kind of left it at a cliffhanger last time, and Keith is going to tell you.
In the previous segment that you saw that I had a splint on, and I told you that what things were going to happen, and we did amputate it. And this is the new bandage. I don't know if you can see it real well or not. Now we're videoing this on Saturday, and we had to wait 3 full days to even look at this, so we don't even know what this looks like underneath yet. But they cut the middle finger, and I'm going to show you on this hand if I can. Let me get a little closer to the camera. I'm not trying to flip anybody off. They cut it just above. They're telling me they cut it just above the knuckle. So there's a little bit above this second knuckle, before, and that's where it was severed, and that's where they supposedly cut it. We won't know until later on, and we'll share that with you later on when it heals. But yeah, so I have a stub, and that's the way it's going to be, because I elected to do that. They gave me my options of trying to connect tendons. They gave me my options of putting a pin in it for a while when they did the tendons, and then having to cut it off or get it back together with no feeling in the tip. And so they when I say they, I'm talking about the doctors and the doctor's assistant. And when they gave me all those options gave me 2 options: have it connected with a pin and try to reconnect tendons and nerves, and then 5 to 7, and that would take 3 months to heal, and then, I think they said 6 to 8 weeks. Then they go back in, pull the pin out or out of it, and then it would have to re-heal. And then I go through 5 to 7 months worth of physical therapy, or I could have it amputated. Well, I had absolutely no feeling in it. There was just a little bit of skin on the back of it that was holding it together. The bone was completely severed.
We'll explain how we got to that.
And yeah, we'll give you the whole story here in a second, but this is what happened. And so I elected to just have it amputated.
And we'll tell you why later in the video.
But at any rate,
I know that last part of the video was a little intense, but what I wanted to say is I had put earlier, before this incident happened, I had put the camera on the ground next to Lily's water bowl, because the birds like to, I put some bird feed out there, and the birds like to come and drink out of her water bowl, and I wanted to get some cute footage of the birds, and I completely forgot that video was going, and it was going during the time that this occurred, and it didn't, I mean, you can't see anything as far, you can see our feet. If you look under the container, you can see our feet, kind of, and then you can see our shadow as we were running by the house and headed for the car. So anyway, I had it wasn't till later, after we got home, which we got home way later because we had to go to the ER.
Right.
And I thought we'd explain what happened on that day. We ran to the car, got in the car. I drove so fast on these back roads, dirt roads, to get Keith to the ER. While he's holding his hand, and we made it to the ER, and did you want to explain?
Okay, so when this all happened, she didn't, like she said, she didn't know she caught any of this, so she didn't know she caught the audio, and the audio, even right now, when we listen to the audio ourselves, we get pretty emotional.
It was really hard to edit that.
And I've only listened to it once because it happened to me, and
yeah,
and I've only listened to that part of the video one time. It was pretty emotional because I'm losing part of my body.
Yeah.
And so I was saying, I don't know how I was holding my hand, but I have a flesh wound on my little finger, a flesh wound on my ring finger. The flesh wound on my little finger is just back by the fingernail. The flesh wound on the ring finger is down, I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing or not, but down in here, but not on the knuckle.
Like right across.
And
like right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
And it's only a flesh wound.
But it looks very gruesome. And I don't know how I hit those two first, and then hit my middle finger. And tell them what you hit it with.
Oh, I hit it with a circular saw. Not a table saw, a circular saw, a hand saw that you push it. And what we were doing in the window you saw being put up in the last video, we were working on the second window that goes on the top of the thing.
And he was trimming it.
I was just trimming it because my cut had gone off track for some reason. I only had to take basically the width of the blade off of it to get it to fit into the window area. And somehow I was holding it. I have no idea how I was holding it because I don't normally do anything like that. I usually am very, very careful with this stuff.
He yells at us for not being safe.
We try to be very, very safe around here, and 90% of the time, I'd say 99% of the time we are. I mean, we wear safety glasses.
People make mistakes.
And so forth. So I can only blame myself for doing it wrong. And, but when they took the finger off, they checked the other two fingers to make sure that the ring finger didn't have a tendon damaged in it, and I thought there might be an infection in the little finger, and there wasn't. So everything is good on these two fingers. They will work perfect. It's just the middle finger that was damaged to the point of no return. And it was a tough decision, but I had actually made the decision long before we ever saw the hand specialist that I was getting it amputated. Before he even explained my options, I said, no, we're taking it off. And what he eventually said was, if I get all those pins and all that physical therapy and everything else, it still may never work.
And I still would not bend. The knuckle wouldn't. The knuckle may not work.
The knuckle may not work. I won't have any feeling in it. And the greater majority of people will go back in and have them amputated anyway.
Yeah.
And when I heard that sort of made my
validated
decision,
his decision.
right, it made my decision so much easier to understand that that's what I wanted to do. So I went ahead and had them, and that was, they actually looked at it the day after. Had to go 2 hours. So let's go back a little bit to the beginning. When all this happened, I ran in here and just grabbed paper towels and started wrapping it around it. And I'm going in like this to the, with my hand on my chest into the hospital, and I literally went into shock. I could hardly see. There was so much going on. I was just in bad shape. We got to the hospital. Mary had to go in and get somebody to bring out a wheelchair for me because I couldn't walk. And we went in there. They immediately took me in. And the funny thing about it was they didn't take my bandage off. The bandage.
Yeah, they just left it on.
They taped it up with some of their tape and X-rayed me with my bandage on. When they took the bandage off, everything had clotted. There was hardly any blood. There was no blood on my overalls. There was no blood anywhere else. It stayed inside the paper towels, and they took it off. And then as soon as after they X-rayed it, they immediately deadened all 3 fingers. So
Which was extremely painful.
It was very painful to get deadened, but I was then in no pain for the rest of the day. We went in there about 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
We didn't get out of there till after 5. I know it was 5:30, 6 o'clock before we got home. And of course, they gave me some meds, some antibiotics and whatnot, pain pills and so forth. And but I was blocked for the night. I didn't have any pain at all that whole night.
And just a side note, the X-ray, we looked at the X-ray and it showed that he had sawed almost all the way through the bone, and the only thing that was holding it was
skin on the back.
The skin on the back. The skin on the back was not damaged.
So I had
and I'm not flipping you off. I'm sorry.
While I was waiting for them to anyway, we went into the hand doctor the very next day, 2 hours away, up in Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springs.
They looked at it, gave me my options, and they said, well, the earliest we can do anything with it is Tuesday. So that's when we did it, was Tuesday, 11/11. And that's when we had it taken care of. We spent 2 hours, drove 2 hours up there, spent 2 hours waiting in pre-op, and 15 minutes on the operating table. I went into the operating table about 5 to 4 when I looked at the clock in the operating room before they put me to sleep, and they did put me to sleep. So after I got into there and I looked at it and they put me to sleep, when I got back to the room that I was in and woke up, it was about 5 o'clock. But most of that was coming out of the anesthesia, not doing the operation. The operation took about 15 minutes. And they told us that when we went in. This is only a 10 to 15 minute job. So now I am stubby. I think I'll be all right. I have pain from time to time. I have to take some pain pills from time to time, but not on a regular basis. And I'm okay. And I will learn how to live with it. All the people, we really do appreciate the comments from the last video that came out, and especially all the concerns of people and their experiences that they've shared. We really appreciate all that. And I'm hoping that we can have people send their love and prayers to us for this, for the healing.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
We have done
prayer is powerful.
We have done some other things to help heal that seem to be helping, as far as some energy work that we did and so forth. And that all helps. Can't hurt. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Mary and see if there's anything else she wants to say here, or maybe she has a question for me to expand on.
I think we covered it pretty good. If anybody has any questions about it, please let us know. I hope I didn't traumatize anybody. It was kind of traumatizing for us, but it's hard to know what other people see. So anyway, yeah. And well, I do want to comment that it has delayed us on our work, but Paul and I are continuing to work as we can on whatever is needed on the property. And
I'm just being a stupid advisor.
Yeah, and he's telling us what to do, and he'll heal up pretty fast, I think, and I mean, it's going to take some time for this, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll be. I expect to be in fairly decent shape by the first of the year. It won't be completely. I think this is still going to be tender, but I think it'll be pretty close to being in good shape by the first of the year. So, continue watching us. There's going to be some. I think that you're going to see the finishing of the window that I.
We finished the project.
And they filmed a little bit of it, so you'll see what I was doing when this all happened.
Yeah.
You'll see what we were finishing up, and we're getting things going here, even though I can't do a whole lot. But it not only slows us down, but I have to say this. It has made us look at our safety situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how we handle things on here. We're not that far from the hospital. We're about 8 miles from the hospital, but we don't want to make that 8-mile trip any more. You know, so we are looking over some of the protocols that we have here. We've already made some decisions on some of our protocols and how things work here with working with this heavy.
I guess what I would like to say about the safety thing is if you're going to handle power tools, make sure that you've had plenty of sleep, that you feel motivated and you have energy. And if you're tired or maybe you're thinking about something, you're more apt to make a mistake. And with power tools, a mistake can be devastating. So
and always have somebody else around.
Yes. Don't be alone.
They don't have to be right beside you, but make sure they're within hollering distance of you, so that they can come and help you if something does go wrong. Always don't say, "Oh, my wife is out going to go do the laundry or something, and I can do this while she's gone." Don't do it.
Yeah.
You need somebody there in case this happens. If Mary had not been standing right beside me, and she was, couldn't see the exact situation because my hand was under the board.
But he did it right in front of me.
But she was right there, and if she hadn't been, I'd have been in trouble because I would have had no way. I was in too much shock to drive. I was in no way to would have necessarily been getting to the hospital. I was lucky that day. Mary was here. My brother was here. I wouldn't have had a problem. But that made us think of those things. We don't ever run power tools around here.
Yeah.
Without somebody else.
Yeah. So we've kind of all three of us are a lot more safety oriented. And I want to say, since this has happened, I've heard some stories of other people talking about this similar situations where the person had to take themselves to the hospital or whatever, and it was a very, he probably could have taken himself to the hospital, but it would have been a dangerous trip, and he could have gotten in
another accident.
Yeah. So it's just good to make sure you're not alone when you're doing scary stuff.
So, with that said, we'll let you enjoy the rest of the video.
Well, I want to say one more thing.
Okay.
His surgery happened. Today is Saturday. Today is November 14th. I don't usually, or 15th, right. I don't usually put the dates on here because the videos go out like a week late. But he just had the surgery on Wednesday, and today's Saturday.
Had it on Tuesday.
Or Tuesday. And we were told that we had to wait 3 days before we could take the bandages off, and we're going to take them off today. And I'm going to film it.
We may not share that film.
But we won't show you anything gross. But we'll show you taking the bandages off. So, yeah.
Okay. Enjoy the rest of the video, folks, as I mentioned earlier. Because there will be more to this video, I think, a little bit more than just the explanation of what's going on.
Oh, yeah. We're going to, yeah.
So
unless this took a long time.
Enjoy the rest of this video, and thank you again for your comments, your prayers, your concerns. We really appreciate that.
Recording.
Okay, so here we go. Try and cut it right down there, Mary.
Here?
You got to step to the side so we can see what's going on. I usually take this off myself because it's easier than her trying to figure out where my pain is.
We've never seen this yet.
So this little gauze you're seeing here, that's the makeshift splint they had on my
You want me to cut something?
I don't know yet. That gauze only splints the middle finger. It did not splint the other two fingers. Ouch.
Oh, I'm a little nervous.
In the middle of all this, the day after I got my digit amputated, I got my teeth back.
Yeah, he was with no teeth.
Well, that's in the
Yeah,
first segment.
that's right. It's been a really rough week.
Don't pull on it. Just hold it the way
I'm
you
just
had
holding it.
It's not my finger, it's this thing here.
Oh.
Left. That's underneath the other. Sorry, go ahead. Pull it up.
Oh, I'm nervous. My stomach got butterflies in my stomach. Just gonna turn it off. For the dog sitting
So
on
the reason I do all the cutting on my fingers is because I know where the wounds are, and I know where I can cut that I'm not going to get into the wound itself.
And he can feel, like, if I'm pulling on it, I can't feel if that hurts or not, but he can. So.
Some of this now, you see there's a bandage there. That's going to be soaked in water to come
Yeah,
off.
that's not going to come off. It's probably pretty gruesome, and we won't show that. last Halloween. There you go. Nice. We did it just the way we did it. Oh.
I stabbed myself. Three scissors.
Yeah. They're very pointy, aren't they? You want me to cut that?
I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
See, they didn't even do anything there. They even put a partial piece on.
There you go. Can you bend these two fingers, the little one and the ring finger? Is that as far as you could bend them?
Without any pain.
Oh, because they have stitches.
They're down. The swelling's down pretty good.
Yeah, they look good.
Tops of them are still swollen, but that's because those
It's
bandages
been so
are on.
tight,
Yeah,
yeah.
the bandages have been on tight. I think they'll go down now.
Yeah.
I see I poked myself right there.
Is it bleeding? Oh, you can barely see it, Keith.
This is gonna have to be soaked.
Okay, we'll do that. All right. So I apologize for the windy day that I was videoing this, and I don't understand why the video was so blurry, but anyway, that's all I have. And this is Paul and I were finishing up the project that Keith was working on when he had his accident.
Is that it?
That's it.
Wow,
We're
look
done.
at that. Awesome. Woohoo!
We do.
We're not going to let a little finger removal stop us from doing
Nope.
stuff.
No, I could have done it earlier, but he came out with that rule. I'm not allowed to run the power saw without anybody here. So.
Yeah. That's a new rule we have now. All right, let's look at the finished product of Keith's project that he started. Right there. Paul finished it today.
There's a wasp in there banging against it. Let me out! Let me out!
We sealed a wasp inside it.
Good.
That's what it looks like on the inside. A little gappy right there, it looks like, but it's still going to keep it warmer in here. We also got some insulation at the Restore, just a little bit, to help keep the lower part is the battery, to help keep it warm. If you like our channel, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and gift us with an awesome thumbs up. It doesn't cost anything, and it helps us so much. Thank you all for watching, and have a peaceful, good heart day.